RTS, what other investments do you have besides crypto? I don't. So technically, MSTR, which is MicroStrategy or strategy, um, it's on the New York Stock Exchange. I'm waiting for them to get indoctrinated into the S&P 500, like Coinbase. They're pretty much like, if you look at the track record of MicroStrategy, they're outperforming Nvidia. Probably not currently, but definitely last year they outperformed Nvidia. I'm like, how are you outperforming Nvidia, and you're not selling GPUs to the entire world, like, with this whole AI craze? It's crazy. It's crazy. All they did was add Bitcoin to the balance sheet. Their treasury was losing value, just like Warren Buffett's treasury is losing value because the dollar is broken. It's deflating. It's already deflated, I believe, like 10% already this year. 10 more percent. It's already deflated more. That's crazy. Just think about the millions that Warren Buffett shepherds. The millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that is just sitting in his account. I'm like, what do I buy this? Where do I invest all this money that it doesn't lose value? You're losing the shareholders' value by holding dollars. That's why when we see rappers flexing dollars, I cringe. I'm like, you're flexing fiat currency. I would love to see the day when the black community, my people, start flexing Bitcoin. It, just think about the waves that would send through governments around the world when they see black people owning a very scarce and desirable asset such as Bitcoin. We're asleep. The rappers are flexing liabilities in terms of US dollars. You can't That's why you can't save your money in US dollars, because it's losing value. It's not accruing value. It's not increasing in value. It's losing value, which means your time and your work and your all the years of working and slaving and investing your time into a company, it's being degraded. This is why people buy assets. This is why during times of inflation, when they start pressing that button, the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, when they start pressing buttons. Yeah, the people that win own assets, because assets soak up monetary value. They soak them up. That's why houses are constantly increasing in value. That's why you can't afford one. That's exactly why you can't afford a house. Is because they keep increasing in value due to inflation, monetary inflation. And so, other investments I have besides crypto are very few. Why? Because they have counterparty risk. They have counterparty risk. If you look recently, Trump, I just Trump enacted something, probably signed an executive order of some sort, revolving wind energy, and their stock is dropping. Just look up any stocks affiliated with wind power, and you're seeing that their value is plummeting. That's what you call counterparty risk. It's risk that has nothing to do with the actual product that they're selling. It's just all the surrounding variables. It's like a CEO getting shot. United Health. And you just see the stock move around. There's another company, I forget the name. I was studying it this morning. Uh, Something having to do with materials, but essentially, the U.S. government is I believe they bought like what will be the equivalent of like a 15% stake in an American company. They're trying to keep from outsourcing the refining of certain materials and certain metals from China, because China has a chokehold on it. I'm not going to get too deep in this because I know I might be losing a lot of people, but I do enjoy talking about these things because I study it a lot, and so it's nice to kind of get it out and just talk these ideas out. But you're seeing the government, Trump at heart is a businessman. And so the only thing I trust politicians to do is to increase in wealth. That's the only thing I trust them to do. I don't care if they're Democrat, Independent, Republican. I do not care. All I do is trust politicians to make money. If you watch Nancy Pelosi, she's making trades. How? How are people becoming millionaires off $100,000 salaries? In short amount, in less than a decade, people are maximizing their wealth in the terms of millions in less than a decade. They're not using the S&P 500. They have insider trading. They have insider knowledge. They passed a law, but right before y'all pass the law, let me go ahead and sell this real quick. But before you pass the the crypto acts, what have you, let me go ahead and buy a little bit of stable coins, from Tether. You know, go ahead and buy a little bit of XRP. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of this. Yeah, it's insider trading. It's not like this huge mystery. I believe I used to have not a Webull account. It was another exchange I was using. And they had a way that you can simply track all of Nancy Pelosi's trades and just copy them. You just throw $100 in, and the algorithm will track everything Nancy Pelosi does, and just give you the same exact. I'm like, this is crazy. This is like we're trailing insider trading. It is legal somehow. And mind you, this is not just one person in Congress. This is a lot of people in Congress that have leverage on the market because they just know what's being passed before it's actually passed. Now, the question is, if I was in that position, what would I do? If I was the senator, if I was the congressman, and I knew something was coming down the pipeline, I'm like, all right, so the U.S. government's about to buy a stake in Intel. It's trading at around $20 a share, $25 a share. How do I? Let me go ahead and call some people. Hey, just go ahead and buy a little bit of this. Put a little of this in my portfolio. Let's go long Intel. You understand? Let's go long Intel. Of course, it's tough. What will you do when no one's watching? When no one can stop you? When no one has any power to police what you're doing? What decisions will you make? And so, yeah, I don't keep my investments secret. I'm not selling them. I'm not advising anyone. This is not investment advice. This is not investment advice. This is not investment advice. Study. Seek understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Seek understanding. You don't want to buy Bitcoin. Now, if I were your position, I would buy Bitcoin and then go study. And then go study. And then go study. But yeah, if you're skeptical, you should be. That's good, because this is your time and energy that you're investing into something. And so, one thing Warren Buffett did get right, he said, you don't want to invest in something you don't want to know everything about. Everything about. These companies can go up in flames overnight. It doesn't take much. These companies can go up in flames overnight. A legal company today could be receiving I can't believe the exact terminology. But when the SEC comes for you, bro, the Securities and Exchange Commission, when they come for you, it's a wrap. When the IRS come for you, it's a wrap. I typically don't go too far into stocks because, again, they have too much counterparty risk. Like, people think Bitcoin's risky. No, it's volatile. It's volatile. They're not the same things. Volatile is because it's a worldwide currency. Everyone has access to it 24/7. The New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, they're open Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. They don't want to get too far out of hand while people are at church. Bitcoin trades 24/7. 24/7. You can access Bitcoin. You can buy and sell Bitcoin every day of the week, anywhere in the world. All you need is an internet connection. That's it. And so, yeah, it goes up in value because somebody in Africa might be selling it, and somebody in Ireland might be buying it. Somebody in Australia is selling it. Somebody in the U.S. is buying it. And so it's different by design. It's a feature. It's a feature, not a bug. It's a feature.